Hi, I'm Kaylee, and today I'm going to tell you about my 2020 reading goals. I had such a great year in 2019, and I've already done a video with all of my reading stats from 2019 and how I did on all my goals in 2019, so I will link that up above and down below. But I really want to make 2020 even better. Like, as amazing as my reading was in 2019, I just want to step it up a little bit more in 2020. I am going to have mostly similar goals to what I did in 2019, just kind of carrying over those same goals, but I'm doing things a little different this year. Before we get started, I want to make sure that you know that Books for MKs is a charity that donates books to missionary kids. Today's MK shout out goes to Benjamin, who is 8 years old and lives in Japan. He loves books about how things work and about mazes and puzzles. If you want to donate to Benjamin and children like him, you can donate to the Books for MK's charity at GoFundMe.com. And please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. My first reading goal for 2020 is the same every year, and it's that I want to read at least 12 classics. This number seems to work pretty well for me year after year. I don't want to put too big of a number because then I feel like I can't read some of the longer classics. And so one classic per month seems to be a really good number so that I feel like I can still get some other reading done and I can read a longer classic and really commit to it if I need to. Or if I'm getting a little behind, I can read a shorter classic, but that seems to be a number that really works really well. So I am going to do a TBR later on for the classics that I want to get read in 2020, so be on the lookout for that video coming soon. Another goal that I have is the same that I've had for the last couple of years, is I want to read at least 50 of my Get Rid of It books. These are books that I got very cheaply at used bookstores or library book sales, and they're just kind of, do I want to try it? Do I want to read it? I don't know. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's horrible. I don't know. But they're just sitting there on my shelves and taking up space on my TBR, and I just need to get rid of them. I just need to try them, maybe DNF them, maybe enjoy them and keep them, maybe toss them in the trash, maybe donate them back to the library where I bought them from in the first place. But I need to get some of those off of my plate. I want to read at least 50 of those. I actually have 53 of these Get Rid of It books that I've already chosen that I just want to get them read this year, and I've already placed them aside in a special TBR shelf, and I will be doing a video about my TBR shelf and showing you all of those later. Another similar goal that I had from last year is that I want to finish up some series. Last year, my goal was that I wanted to finish 8 series, and I didn't. I only did 4. So this year, I'm really going to commit. I am really going to get this done. I want to finish 8 series. I want to finish out the Dragon and Thief series. I want to finish sort of the novellas and companion novels to the Dragon Keeper series. I would love to finally be able to find all of the Mary Poppins books and read all of Mary Poppins. And another kind of classic children's series that I want to read all of is Pippi Longstocking. I loved Pippi Longstocking when I was a kid. She's just so nuts, and I really want to go back and read through all of those. I think I've only read 3 of the Pippi Longstocking series, so I want to read all of those. I only have 3 books left to read in the Richard Hannay series, which I usually call it the 39 Steps series, because the first book is the 39 Steps. I'm not really sure if I'm also going to count this towards my classics goal, or if I'm just going to say, you know, I'm going to read 12 other classics, and then the Richard Hannay series is going to be just for my series goal. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. You never know. In 2020, it could be, anything could happen. I only have 2 books left in the Earthsea series, which I was going to finish in December, and then I got distracted with other books, and I didn't do it. I only have a little bit left, so I'm actually really hoping to finish this one in January, get it done. I only have 2 books left in the Scarlet Pimpernel series, which I have enjoyed this series so much. It's so much fun. This is another one where I'm not sure if that counts towards the classics goal. Probably not. I think I'll just count this one towards my series goal. And I also have 2 books left in the Septimus Heap series, which is a fantasy middle grade, and it's so imaginative and so much fun. So I'm almost kind of like, oh, I don't want it to be over, but then I really want to read those last couple of books. But then when there's no more books to read, what will I do? My life will be incomplete. That's the difficulty with a series goal, because you want to read those series because you're enjoying them so much, but then when the series is over, then there's no more, and it's sad. I did read a lot of books in 2019, but I did not do really hardly any rereading of favorites. I think there were only 5 books out of 300 that I reread an old favorite. I did reread the Little Women trilogy, and I reread Jack and Jill, and I think I reread The Secret Garden. I really feel like it's important to reread those old favorites and sort of rediscover those stories and kind of reaffirm them as a part of your reading identity. I feel like I've really been missing that the last couple of years. And so in 2020, I'm making it a goal to reread some of my favorites. I have 4 specifically in mind, but I might do some other rereading as well. I want to reread the entire Anne of Green Gables series, and there is actually an Anne along, like a read along, that is being hosted, and I'm going to link that down below. And so I'm probably going to join in with them, although I think they're just reading one every month, and I'll probably just read them all like in 2 weeks. Because I do love Anne, and once I get going, then I won't want to stop. I'll just keep reading. And then as soon as I'm done reading Anne of Green Gables, I want to reread another favorite from Ellen Montgomery, and that is Emily of New Moon. I have reread the Anne series more times than I've reread Emily. And so I feel like I'm really due for a reread on Emily. Emily is definitely a favorite. And so I'm excited to dive back in and remember why it's a favorite. My 2 other rereads are The Chronicles of Narnia and Lord of the Rings. I used to reread these every summer. Every summer I would reread Narnia and Lord of the Rings. And the last couple of years I've just been so distracted with other books, and I've not been able to get to these. And no, now it is time. I'm going to read them. I might not read them in the summer. I might just get all excited and go ahead and read them now in the winter or in the spring or something. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I feel like I've been starved for these stories for the last couple of years because I haven't reread them, and I just want to dive back in and remember all those little details and just savor the story again. I'm so excited to read these. Another one of my goals is not necessarily a reading goal, but more of a habit goal. If you read my 2019 stats, you saw on there that I read 171 review copies in 2019. Over half of the books that I read in 2019 were books that I received from a publisher or an author in exchange for a free and honest review. And I mean, that's good. I mean, I'm very privileged and very honored to have that opportunity, but also I feel like I just need to focus on my own books. Like, I can't be accepting all these new books in all the time. I need to just focus on the stuff that I already have here and that are already part of my goals. So I need to get out of the habit of accepting so many review copies. I think I need to just have a little bit of a higher criteria of what I will accept for review, and just be a little more picky about the books that I review. I will still, of course, be reviewing, copies from publishers and authors and everything because I love it, because it's so much fun. However, I just need to take it down a notch, 171 review copies is a little excessive, I think. When over half of your reading is coming from review copies, that's just a little nuts. So I'm gonna take it down a notch in 2020, read my own books, have a few here and there that I still read from publishers, but only when it's something that really, really appeals to me and that I'm fairly certain that I'm really going to like. Guys, it's not gonna work. I'm telling you right now, I have no self-control when it comes to books. I know I'm saying like, oh, I'm going to take it down a notch and I'm not going to do so much in 2020 with the review copies, but even as I'm saying it, I'm literally like, that's not going to happen. Oh, I don't know. This is what happens when you have an obsession with books. It's called an obsession for a reason, okay? Because it gets out of hand. Oh boy. Let me know down in the comments if you have a problem with accepting or buying books when you know that you should just be reading the books you have at home. Oh. And leave me a comment down below and let me know, what are your 2020 reading goals? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.